Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Cossy, and in this one we're going to talk about my 5 reasons as why I think Arsenal need to bin Stan Kroenke. They need to get rid of him as soon as they can. 5 reasons why Stan Kroenke should leave Arsenal Football Club. Otherwise, the club is in an absolute dilemma if he doesn't leave. Number 1, I don't think he cares about football as a game. Now, this is true, and 100% true. If you look at how he treats the Rams and how he understands the American, is it American soccer or American football? I don't understand how you call that game. But if you look at how he appreciates that game and you compare how he appreciates and cares about football as a game, it's totally very different. And you don't expect someone like that who doesn't appreciate football to own a football club and then appreciate it and care for it. Football for him is absolutely nothing. It's not like Abramovich who comes in and is gonna watch like at least 10 games a campaign, 20 games a campaign when he can, for Chelsea. And also the other point that I think, Stan Kroenke doesn't understand any value, or doesn't hold any value. He understands football, honestly, because rich people do make a lot of research when they're going to buy, investments and enterprises, and they understand, the field in which they're buying enterprises. But why he doesn't have any value for football? How many times have you seen him in the stands watching Arsenal Football Club? Whether Arsenal is winning, whether Arsenal is losing, whether Arsenal is doing well, or Arsenal is doing poorly, he doesn't care. He simply doesn't care about the game. And for me, football is all about entertainment at the end of the day. Yes, you have the commercial part of it. You have UEFA, the Premier League, and FIFA screwing the game day in, day out because of commercial gains. But the primary point of football is entertainment. When we can celebrate, when we can, feel that competition. And competition in football is getting to another level where you have to buy 100 million euro players and it means nothing when you have to buy 200 million euro players that are free agents of your own club, like PSG are doing, and it absolutely means nothing. 18-year-olds are now costing 100 million euros in the game. You need people who understand the game. You need people who appreciate the game if you're going to, compete. Because your owners must be able to understand, right, that this is a game we love, and now it has changed in this way. Not always thinking, Arsene Wenger did it at 17 million euros and brought in 5 players. That is how it's going to be. You have to keep on following the game. You have to appreciate it. And for me, Stan Kroenke doesn't do that. Number 2, I don't think he can keep up. He cannot keep up. And that is the absolute truth. Look, it is only 5 days since the window opened on the 10th of June. And Liverpool and Manchester City, clubs that were very closely contesting for the title last season, have already brought in new 100 million reinforcements each. Actually, if you're going to unravel these deals, it looks like Erling Haaland will cost Manchester City 250 million euros across the period of time that is contract initially is going to stay, and Darwin Núñez 100 million euros, that is 85 million euros plus bonuses, which goes for 100 million euros. That is as sign-on fees. I think the deal will also end in around 250 million euros across a period of 4-5 years. So that is where the game is. And you need now owners that can keep up. You need owners that know this is the trend, and we have the ability to keep up emotionally, financially, physically. I don't think the Kroenkes are fit. I don't think they're fit to compete with anyone, and they're not going to keep up. If you're going to leave, because I still remember that commentary, Man United losing to Liverpool, and Liverpool had just scored their second goal, and Peter Drury, very beautiful commentary, says, who can live with them? If you're going to live with those clubs, if you're going to even get inches closer. You need to to be able to keep up. You need to be able to make the signings that they are making. You need to employ the managers, the quality of managers they are employing, and you need to do things the way they do, or even better. I don't think the Kroenkes are even thinking about that. They're not thinking about giving Arsenal 100 million euros to sign Victor Osimhen. They're not thinking about that. They're saying, can you tell Manchester City to reduce that 45 million euro price tag on Gabriel Jesus and we buy him at 20? And can you also tell Leicester City that we cannot afford 25 million pounds on Tielemans, so that we can buy him at 15? If you're missing out on players like Yves Bissouma because you're keeping money, because you're not releasing money, you cannot keep up. Honestly, let's be honest, you cannot keep up. The likes of Real Madrid, with the clubs that the Kroenkes claim, we want challenge with them. We want to live with them. We want to challenge with them for the same silverware. And they're signing 22-old Aurelien Tchouameni at 100 million euros. If you're not going to do that, you're not going to keep up, honestly. So for me, lads, point two, they can't keep up. They honestly can't keep up. But point three, which I think is the most interesting one, is they do not appreciate the value of Arsenal Football Club. They do not have that emotional attachment. We've seen this with Chelsea under Roman Abramovich. They've been absolutely very, very joyous to watch. They've been so good. The signings they've been making, the progress they've been making on the pitch ever since he signed them, he bought them. They've been very, very, very different as a club. During that period, I think they've won 4 or 5 Premier League titles. They've won 2 Champions League titles. They have a Europa League in there. That is what you call appreciating the value of a club. By the time the Kroenkes took on Arsenal, Arsenal had 3 Premier League titles. Arsenal have never won a Premier League title ever since the Kroenkes took on the club. Arsenal played a UCL final in 2006. Arsenal have never played a UCL final again. Arsenal had also played a UEFA Europa League final in 1999. We have played one with Unai Emery very, very recently. So that is one chance to win major silverware ever since the Kroenkes took on. It's not good enough. And the reason for me why I've brought you this kind of history for Arsenal: 13 Premier League titles. We have a Cup Winners' Cup, a Cup Winners' Cup, which you call the Europa League right now. We have a UEFA Champions final. And why everything is actually melting away, and Arsenal is becoming a top 8, top 9 club, because you have owners that do not understand and do not know the value. Arsenal should be competing day in, day out, in the top 4. It should be there. That is its place. There is no other place on that table for Arsenal Football Club. And the moment you have an owner that doesn't understand the value of your club, you're absolutely doomed. You're absolutely going to be, doomed. So for me, Arsenal as a club, our true value, for me, despite the fact that we've not won the UEFA Champions League, but our status, our culture, our heritage demands that every season we compete squarely in every silverware that we can qualify for. We are not doing that, and for me, the Kroenkes are one of the biggest reasons as to why we are not. You cannot approach a novice manager to take on Arsenal Football Club, a novice manager, and then give him a novice. Because for me, I think Edu is worse than Mikel Arteta. To be honest, Edu is worse than Mikel Arteta. So you can't pair those two. Okay, you've given us Mikel Arteta, you believe in him, you want to give him a huge project, a massive project. It's okay. Why don't you give us a good sporting director? Why don't you give us Marco Overmars? Bring in Marco Overmars and tell him, get those signings in, get those good signings in. If we are looking at young players to fit in the project, get someone like Marco Overmars. He can do the job. But for me, they're not interested. They don't understand. They look at Arsenal as a mere club. Whether we finish 8th, well, how much money did we make? Oh, it's 100 million. We cannot spend 100 million. It's only 100 million. We cannot spend in the summer then. We'll wait when Arsenal make 300 million and they will spend 75. Oh, they are pushing us out of the club because of the UEFA, because of the Super League, fine. I will spend 150 million to try to shut the fans up. That's it. They don't have any emotional connections with the club. Number 4, I think Arsenal need to compete, and there's no way you're going to do that with the Kroenkes around. There is no way. I've looked at these points. I've thought about them, and if Arsenal want to compete again, if Arsenal want to go back to the UEFA Champions League and do not get humiliated 10-2, 10-0 by Bayern Munich, there are lots of things that need to change. There are very many things that need to change. One, you need to change the manager. There was a time when Arsenal could get Carlo Ancelotti. They didn't. Can you believe that Carlo Ancelotti and Rafa Benitez? I can't believe this. Listen to this. Carlo Ancelotti and Rafa Benitez have all been at Everton, and both managers signed at times when Arsenal were desperately in need of a quality manager. And also, Antonio Conte has gone to Spurs because Arsenal were afraid, he's going to ask us for quality signings. We cannot do that. We cannot give him Bissouma. We cannot give him Ivan Perisic. So we will not go, we will not get him. We want to go for Mikel Arteta. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because Spurs, I don't much believe they are smaller than us and they're a smaller club, but they brought in Antonio Conte. They've also brought in Antonio Conte to succeed Jose Mourinho. Can you believe that? They sacked Mourinho. They sacked a cup specialist while they were waiting to play in the, is it Carabao Cup final? And they sacked him. They sacked Mourinho and replaced him with Antonio Conte. That mindset, that is the mindset you need to compete. And when they did that, they qualified for the top 4. It's not surprising. Why is anyone surprised anyway? And number 5 for me, the Kroenkes, their time is at Arsenal is still on, because I don't think it's going to be that easy to buy Arsenal. But they don't have any more lies they're going to tell. They don't have any more lies. It's now, clubs like Newcastle, thank God they've got the money. They've just exposed, greedy, pathetic owners like the Kroenkes. Now, I mean, where is the place to hide for them? Where is it? If you do not spend, there is nothing. Everton are spending money. Newcastle is spending money. Aston Villa is spending money. So what are you going to say? Right? There are no more lies to say. And it reaches a time when you're in a relationship and and you really don't want to be there. And you're there because of the benefits probably. And you feel you don't want to live because the benefits are still around. But there is nothing. You're going to be lying. There are no more lies you're going to be telling. It's better to walk away. I don't think when they walk away from Arsenal, at the moment, the Kroenkes, I don't think they walk away with any dignity. I'm sorry, they don't. But they should walk away. They should lie low like envelopes and walk away. Just walk away. So those are my 5 points, my 5 talking points why I think the Kroenkes should leave Arsenal. And if you have any more, let me know down in the comments. Cossy Talks Football is the channel. Cossy is the presenter. Make sure you always tuned in. See you in the next one.